Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon and set your notifications to all so you never miss a future upload. Another day, another drama, and today we're going to be talking about more of the James Charles Ethan Klein hoodie drama. If you haven't seen my previous video titled James Charles Gets Called Out for Stealing Again, I will link that in a card up over here as well as down in the description box down below, so definitely make sure you go and check that out as well. Alright, let's go ahead and get on into it. So if you're not familiar with what happened the other day, Ethan Klein called out James Charles for copying his design for the Teddy Fresh clothing line, where he copied a color block hoodie that Teddy Fresh released back in 2017. And I totally get that this drama is super petty and very, very first world problems, and Page UI even said this is millionaires having millionaire problems, but this is the kind of drama that I want. I don't want any more of this really dark, deep drama. Give me this super, super petty drama. This is the kind of petty drama that I live for. Now, obviously, they went back and forth, and he told James Charles that if he wanted to share the DMs, to go ahead and share the DMs, and he was fine with that. Well, of course, James Charles didn't, because it sounds like James Charles wants to actually try to stay out of the drama for once. Surprise, surprise. But Ethan decided today that he would go ahead and share those DMs. So let's go ahead and take a look at those DMs that he was talking about. Ethan tweeted, James basically admits his team ripped us off but says it's fine because, quote, we don't have the same fan base or demographic, end quote. And then shared the following screenshots of the DMs between him and James Charles. James Charles said, oof, looking closer at the screenshot you just sent me, I will give you the heads up that one of the colorways we're doing is an exact copy of the purple, tan, pink, and teal hoodie you guys have. I designed the pastel one based on the Nike hoodie, but my design team pitched me a bunch of colorways once we decided to do a color block collection, and I liked that one and said yes, once again not being familiar with your brand or hoodie. The units have been produced for a while now, so there's nothing I can do, but I'll definitely be speaking to them because although I didn't copy anything, they certainly may have, which is not okay. Ethan replied back by saying, not really a coincidence then, is it? James Charles then replied back by saying, but it appears as though it may not be. I'm speaking with the team now, so I'll keep you updated on what they say. Ethan replied by saying, well, not really sure what to say. The hoodie is pretty much our hallmark as a brand, but now I'm learning that more than one is knocked off, so I'm a little speechless, I guess. James Charles then replied back by saying, once again, the main hoodie in the collection isn't knocked off. It had a different source of inspiration, has a different color body, a different color pocket, and the logo is completely different placement, size, and color. You don't own color block either. The other colorway, which I did not personally select, but approved, however, is extremely similar, and I am trying to get to the bottom of how the design team came up with. Regardless, we don't have the same fan base or demographic, so there's really no competition here. All I can tell you is that I've never shopped your website before, so I did not copy your brand. Ethan then followed that up by saying, why am I sharing this? 1. I think it's worth showing he admits he ripped us off with all the people who have been denying it. 2. I have no desire to take legal action, so this is the closest I can get to some sense of justice before he sells 1 billion of these. 3. He has gone on a warpath when someone ripped his makeup. 4. All of our fans who will be wearing their color block will now be mistaken as James Charles fans. Now, does James Charles come off a little defensive and abrasive in these messages? Absolutely. The fact that he was basically like, well, they're already made, there's nothing we can do. Remember when Jeffree Star got called out for him stealing that alien design for one of his merch designs, and it turned out that somebody from his team actually stole that design from somebody else? He went and fired that person. So I hope that if somebody did take their design or their color scheme and use it for his, he does find that out and then that person is terminated, because you shouldn't be stealing other people's designs if that's what they did. I'm not saying that that's what they did, but if they do admit to it, then they do need to be terminated for that, because I don't think that that is fair. Now, on the other hand, I don't think that people wearing the Teddy Fresh hoodie are going to be mistaken for James Charles fans. James Charles merchandise has sisters plastered all over it, so somebody wearing a sisters hoodie and somebody wearing a Teddy Fresh hoodie, they're not ever going to be mixed up and be like, oh, you support James Charles when your hoodie says Teddy Fresh? No, that's not a thing. He's clearly just reaching and he's trying to get more drama, because we all know that drama sells, and the more that he can push this out in front of people, and if James does respond, it's going to be pushed out into his millions and millions of followers, then that's going to bring people to his website, because people might be like, oh, I like that color scheme better than James's. I personally think that James's color scheme is a lot cuter, but that's my personal opinion. But onto the whole thing about can he sue or can he not sue, I did a quick Google search about what you can copyright when it comes to clothing, and here is what I found. How do I protect my design? Your clothing designs are not protected under trademark, patent, or copyright law. Because clothing is a utilitarian item, something that people use, it cannot be copyrighted. However, there may be aspects of the clothing that can be copyrighted. For example, if you design belt buckles with a unique symbol on them, and that symbol has a visual function that is separate from the actual function of the buckle, that's something that can be protected by copyright law. Now, of course, since this drama involves Ethan, who else is going to jump into this drama but Keemstar? Because again, like I said in my last video, I swear that Ethan and Keemstar are the Gabby Hanna and Trisha Paytas of the drama community. But I actually have to sit here and agree with Keemstar again for once. Actually, this is the second time that I agree with Keemstar on something, which is weird. 2020 is wild, you guys. The fact that I'm agreeing with Keemstar on things is just making me lose my mind at this point. I can't believe I'm actually saying I agree with Keemstar again on something else. But here's what Keemstar had to say over on his Twitter.
Hey guys, I seen Ethan putting out this tweet saying, I have no interest in taking him to court. That's because you can't take James Charles to court. Color blocking is from the 90s, all right? It was a 90s fashion thing that you brought back, that you guys copied, that you put in a hoodie. You don't own it. Anybody can do a color blocking hoodie. H3H3 doesn't own it, and he doesn't own colors, like colors in a yellow hoodie and blue here and yellow there. You can't own that pattern. Like, talk to a copyright like attorney or something, right? So he's out here saying, hey, I have no interest in suing James. You can't sue James. You can't sue James. You have no legal claim to colors or color blocking. James Charles hoodies literally say sisters on them, right? There is going to be absolutely no way you can prove in a court of law that there is confusion in the marketplace because James has the same colors of you in a color blocking hoodie when it says sisters on the front of it. You have no legal claim. You have no court case. All you have is tears. And it's ridiculous to see some of these people online saying, oh yeah, well, James totally did rip him off. No, you can't rip off color blinding. You can't rip off an idea and a style that is from the 1990s. Thank you.
And according to what I found with my Google search, Keemstar is correct. He does not have any grounds to sue James Charles. He doesn't own color blocking. Color blocking is not something that you can own. You can't trademark it. You can't patent it. You can't copyright it. You can't copyright colors. Now, I know I watched an Alexander McQueen video back in the day where he was trying to copyright designs and stuff, and fashion cannot be copyrighted. I know that there is a thing now that apparently Louboutin is the only one who can have red soles on their shoes, and nobody else can use them unless the entire shoe is red, which I find is very odd since clothing is not allowed to be copyrighted since it's utilitarian, so I'm not exactly sure how that works. But according to what I have found, he does not have any kind of grounds to sue James Charles. So what's the next best thing that you can do? Create a bunch of drama around it and try to get more sales from it. But on top of the petty drama just on their personal Twitters, they've now involved the business Twitter page where they tweeted out the following. Teddy Fresh tweeted, big thank you to James Charles for wearing our color block hoodie, and then included a picture of James Charles wearing his sister's hoodie and then put the Teddy Fresh logo over on top of it. Now, if you want to be petty on your own personal Twitters, that's fine. But when you start to bring in your actual brand and include that into the drama, then it's starting to look really petty against your brand. And honestly, I don't think that that's a very good look. I think it's going to make your brand look really bad, but that's my personal opinion. Let's be honest, we know that Ethan, with his battle with Keemstar, has lost a bunch of sponsors, so any kind of money at this point is what he's looking for. And that's my personal opinion on that, but I think that that's what's happening with this whole situation. But I would love to know what you guys think about everything down in the comments below. If you like this video, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, I greatly appreciate it if you could hit that big red subscribe button and hit the bell icon and set your notifications to all so you never miss another upload. Alright, that's everything for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!